The Golf Digest Trainer Certification Final Exam consists of 3 videos, up to 5 minutes each of your training process. Video number 1 is Introduction and Observation. Get to know the student. Get to know their good shots. Get to know their bad shots. Today we have a demonstration from Kenneth Rocca.
Hey, how you doing today, Anthony?
Good, nice to see you, Ken.
Yeah, my name's Ken. I'm here to help you with your golf swing today. So tell me a little bit about your game, your background, how you play, what do you shoot?
So I've been playing about 2 to 3 years now. I shoot somewhere in the 90s. I feel like I've kind of plateaued because all I do is watch YouTube videos, things like that. I feel like I got so much more in there. I don't want to get
Okay. Have you taken any instruction before? Any lessons?
I've never taken any instruction before.
Nothing, huh? Which instructors do you follow on YouTube?
You know, a little bit of Manolo, you know, the classic type, you know.
Yeah, that's okay. Tell me a little bit about your equipment. Was your set professionally fitted to you, or did you buy them off the rack?
So about 6 months ago, I went over and I got fit by some guy in a store. He kind of just told me I needed regular flex men's, you know, and I thought it was pretty well done. So I think it would be.
So you're pretty confident about that?
Yeah.
And tell me about your ball flight. What are your issues when you're playing well? What happens, and when you're not hitting the ball as well as you think?
So when I'm not hitting it well, I have a tendency to miss pretty far to the right.
Okay.
When I'm playing well, I have like a little bit of a fade, like a tiny fade.
Okay. Is it straight to the right, your ball flight pattern, or do you find that it curves to the right?
It has a tendency to curve to the right when I'm hitting it.
Okay. And do you ever notice the starting line? It's okay if you don't.
The starting line tends to start a little bit to the right as well.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna have you watch you hit a couple of shots, get a little bit of a warm up. I have V1 that I use when I teach. I'm gonna shoot a couple videos of your swing, a face-on view and a down the line, and then we're gonna use that as your baseline to get started. So when we start, when I'm looking over your swing, we're always gonna be rooted in the fundamentals. Grip, stance, posture, alignment, and ball position. We're not going to get into any of the really crazy stuff here with our meeting. So go ahead and warm up, hit a couple of shots. Let me grab my cap. Great swing. And one more. So you say that's fairly typical?
Yeah, fairly typical.
You never miss left?
I rarely, if ever.
Okay. I'm going to watch from down the line a little bit. We're going to do a few more from here. Fantastic. Great swing. Play a lot of sports when you were younger?
I did. I played a lot of basketball growing up.
Okay.
Video number 2 is Evaluation and Application. Identify the student's best opportunity for improvement, monitor their performance, and make adjustments.
Judging by what your pattern is, how you're hitting the ball. A couple of things that this is telling us your ball flight, and the About Golf system is going to tell us where to look first. The first thing that we have to go over and I want to check and look up close is I want to look at your grip, because your grip controls the club face. Okay, and if you're not getting back to square at impact, that's the kind of shot pattern that we see. Your grip is the number one most important fundamental. It's in charge of your distance, your accuracy, and your trajectory, and it just has to be right. It's something that we do and check and recheck and always go over. How did you learn how to hold the club?
I learned on a YouTube video. I also played a little bit of baseball when I was growing up as well, so I kind of hold it like a normal baseball bat, just with my thumbs down a little bit.
Okay. I'm going to show you how I build a grip. There's 3 grips in golf that we actively teach. One is the 10-finger or baseball grip, which is the one that you're using, and I'd be tempted to say it was okay if the shot pattern was better, but there's something I think we can do better. So when we start building a grip, we're going to start with our left hand. We're going to make sure the club is down by the fingers, not in the palm, and your thumb is going to be a little bit off to the right side. Good, that's beautiful. And we got a little grip cap sticking out. So your baseball grip, you kind of just come over with your trail hand and cover the thumb. But we may talk about a grip change to the interlock, where the pinky and the pointer finger interlock, or we may talk about an overlap grip. A lot of times the overlap grip feels good to guys who play ball, especially juniors, because it feels so similar. You know what I mean? So again, we're covering the thumb with our right hand. Have you tried any of these grips? Like
No,
none of them?
have.
All right. So let's try the interlock first.
Okay.
One thing you want to make sure, your lead hand, your left hand, has a little line right here. That arrow should point to your trail shoulder. When you interlock, this arrow should be almost parallel to the lead hand arrow. So your hands are in the right orientation. This thumb is going to be on the shape. There you go. So go ahead when you feel comfortable. I want you to take a couple of shots with that and just get a feeling for holding the club a little in a position where it's easier to release. So we're not blocking the ball out to the right. First swing. Let's try that again. Beautiful. One more. Give me one more. So from those videos I shot, I really see that you're just coming in with a little bit of an open club face, and that's why your ball flight, your pattern is to the right. I really don't see too much with your swing path. The path of the club through the ball is responsible for a lot of curvature. You're just starting the ball right because of the club face. Everything else is pretty straight. How does that feel?
Feels really good. Much better. Definitely
Really?
much better. It feels a lot easier to get the ball started left.
Okay.
Definitely.
So I'm going to give you a little drill just to follow up so you can work on this on your own. You can see what's going on. I brought an impact bag.
Ooh.
So one of my favorite drills, once your grip is on the club correctly, is to bring the toe of your club into the bag like so. Keep that in front of your foot. Touch the middle of that pad, but you want to touch it with this side of the club, the very outside. Yep. Beautiful. Let's do that again. So that motion, that release of the club happens much more organically when you're gripping the club correctly. When you're not, it's much harder to get your, what we call closure rate correct, to get the club back to square.
Yeah.
So the grip first, and then that little bit of release. You actually did a really good job. Once you changed the grip, you started releasing the club good, but I want to give you something to work on your own. Nice. All right, let's try it with a ball. What a beautiful little draw. I thought you said you don't hit it left.
Never.
That's fantastic. You have such an athletic persona, you know what I mean? Like, this should be no problem for a guy who's as athletic as you are. Just making sure you're in the right place when you start enables the club head to turn over and release. No more right side.
That's great. Definitely don't like that right side.
You can't fade them all in this game.
Yeah.
Video number 3 is review and send off. Highlight the key points the student should understand and test the student's comprehension.
Any questions about anything that we went over?
I mean, with the grip, it definitely starts to feel a little uncomfortable after a couple of swings.
Okay.
Is that something that's going to get, I guess, easier over time?
I think you'll start to get used to the grip and the setup, and then if you practice it enough, and you don't even need to hit balls to practice a grip, by the way. You can watch football on Sunday on the couch, just putting your hands on and off the club. You'll just file it away, and then it won't even be it'll become a non-issue. You won't even be thinking about it anymore. And that's the goal of practice and repetition and doing stuff. 21 days to change a habit, they say. So go ahead, hit another one. Great swing. So are we clear on everything that we talked about? Principles of the grip, making sure they're in alignment with each other, making sure there's a little butt cap sticking out. We got there you go, the interlock going on like Jack Nicklaus or Tiger Woods.
Yeah.
Are you aware of how tightly you hold the golf club?
No, not particularly. I never thought I held it too tight, but I guess, you know, maybe with baseball it's like kind of.
So tight grip pressure slows that club head release down a little bit. If you're not aware of standing over the ball like this, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
On a scale of 1 to 10, your grip pressure should be about a 5 or 6. And I don't know, because you don't have one on here today, sometimes a player with a glove on the left hand gives you a lot more traction on the grip surface, so you don't have to squeeze the club too tight. Let me give you another one. Great.
Like that felt like one of my misses that had missed 50 yards right.
Yeah, it wasn't that far off line though. Any other concerns or anything? Look at that, we got you nailed right in. Great stuff. So I want you to work on your grip. Again, you don't even have to hit balls to do it. You can just practice it if you're sitting on the couch or in the house or whatever. The more times you take your hands off and put it on, the more comfortable your grip's going to feel. And then we can just file it away. You won't have to worry about it. Anything else in your game that needs addressing? All right. I'd love to have you as a regular student. We can work into some short game stuff since your normal swing is so good. I like my students to practice 2 or 3 times in between lessons before you come back.
Yeah.
Sometimes if you feel good with everything that's going on, go play golf. And then if you have a problem for like 2 rounds in a row or 3 rounds in a row, then just give me a call and we'll see what's going on.
Sounds good.
Fantastic. Great job today, Anthony. Nice working with you. Thank you very much.
Thank you for watching, and good luck on your exam.